I spent the last few months peeling back layers, trying to find what was me and what was just the paint. I thought I found it all, until I realized I couldn't move forward without having a funeral for the version of myself I was leaving for the last time. I wrote this as a private eulogy. I didn't know I was writing for anyone else. But the strange thing about a funeral for the self is that it's so pure, it burns the layers off of everything else too. As you listen, I'm not asking you to look for me in these words. I'm inviting you to look for the you that is waiting on the other side of the silence. The terror of the death. Dying before you die. I had to mourn you, me, a lover and a sibling and a child and a parent, all in one. The only one I've ever been able to have, to keep, my only self. And now I have to let you go too. I don't know if I can. I don't know how to say goodbye. Every feeling and the sensation of needing to crawl out of my skin and the need to doubt that there's such a thing as air. I have to release you. The lies, the need, the lack, the labels, the survival mechanisms, the arrogant pride in being right about being wrong. I can't keep you and grow into the real me. Silence, walking away, to come back. I love you. Look me in the eyes. Keep looking. Keep looking. You look down in fear. Look at me. There you are. Now come back. Look at me. No, don't look away. You have to look at me. That's the assignment. That's the only reason you're here. Look at me. It's you. No, don't look away. You have to look at me. That's the assignment. That's the only reason you're here. It's a mask. Let me take it off of you. They told you lies. They painted over your light. But someone had painted over theirs. They thought it was the way the world worked. They thought the paint kept you alive. But it's killing you. Your pores are suffocating. This paint isn't for human skin. They didn't know. But I do. Look at me. I am you. Look at me. Stop looking down. Look at me. There you are. Stay. 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 I will help you wash that mask off. You're not dead. Nor will you be. The only thing that ever dies is the mask.
I'd like to tell you the truth.
That feeling of unmasking isn't just a personal shift. It's the moment you stop being a distorted reflection and start seeing the actual pattern of reality. I started seeing the answers in fractals. When I say fractals, I don't mean a math equation. I mean the way nature repeats its best ideas at every scale. The way the veins in a leaf look like the tree branches, which look like the blood vessels in your lungs, which look like the fork of a lightning bolt. When you stop and pay enough attention, it becomes clear. Everything in the universe is a self-similar pattern. And if the physical world is a fractal, then our lives are too. This fractal shows up when looking at patterns through human history. Our relationships are just a smaller version of our religion, which is just a smaller version of our government. If the pattern is flawed at the bottom, it's flawed at the top. But if you heal the pattern in the I am, the whole fractal shifts. This is how I saw it. On one end, there's a vacuum. This is the immature pattern. It's the parent or a person or the God or the government that has no internal light, so it has to extract yours. It doesn't respect boundaries because it's hungry. It needs you to wear the mask so it can stay stable, because a mask is predictable. And in the vacuum, there's so much turbulence, a mask is the only face that looks safe. On the other end, there is a Torus. This is the mature pattern. This is the all is one, authenticity fully realized. It doesn't need to take, it radiates. Masks are not required because chaos becomes beautiful order when seeing it from the perspective of the all. In the Torus, boundaries aren't walls. They are the fractals of unity that allow love to be felt. And right here, in the center, is the I am. This is the point that turns. To use fluid dynamics terminology, it's where you leave the sink, moving towards the source. And in this space, you can create a self-developing vortex of energy. This is the me that Jesus spoke of. To get from the fear of the vacuum to the love of the Torus, you have to pass through the truth of yourself. You have to be willing to look yourself in the eye and say, I am here. I am real. You have to say, I am real, because over and over, life has tried to silence parts of you until you believe they aren't even there anymore. But you need a whole self to be whole. When you heal the pattern here at the center, the whole fractal of your life starts to change. This isn't just a doodle. This is a map of the ancient logic that was hidden in plain sight. You've likely heard the verse, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father but by me. In the old masked version of reality, we were told that me was Jesus as a gatekeeper, that Jesus, the person, was your bridge to God. But in the original Greek, the phrase I am is Ego Eimi. Now, that term, in a sturdy, scholarly sense, isn't just a label. It's an emphatic pointer to the universal subject. It's not a name for a person. It's the name for the sheer fact of existence itself. The awareness that was there before the world told you who you were supposed to be. Think of it as the I behind every I. It's the same I am that spoke to Moses from the burning bush. When the text says, no one comes to the Father but by me, the Greek word for by is dia. It means through, by means of, or the channel of. And that me is emu, the individualized self. In the Greek, emu is the form of me that implies a point of origin. It doesn't mean you're the creator of the universe. It means you are the exclusive channel through which the infinite reaches this world. You aren't just standing in the way of the light. You are the lens that focuses it. This isn't selfishness, it's sovereignty. It's the realization of the I am. It's the realization that the I am can only manifest in your life through your unique, authentic self. And that means your only real job is to keep the lens clear, to wipe away the gray paint of the masks and the distorted patterns of the vacuum so that the light can hit the world with clarity. Because that self isn't an abstract idea, it is the specific, unique you currently wearing your skin. Jesus wasn't saying, look at my face and say a prayer to it. He was saying, look at how I am standing in my own truth. Do that too. Linguistically, the receipt is this. You cannot reach the source, the Father, the Torus, by bypassing yourself. You can only reach the infinite whole by traveling through the gate of your own authentic I am. The chasm was a lie. There is no bridge to cross. There is only a wholeness frequency to tune to. When we're out of tune, we live in the vacuum. In physics, a vacuum is a space that's so empty that it has to suck everything in just to feel full. When a person is in the vacuum, they're like a drowning swimmer. They have no internal furnace, no solid center, so they feel like they're constantly dissolving. They have to hook into you or a religion or a political fight, anything, just to use that friction to prove they exist. It isn't cruelness for cruelness' sake or a scavenger hunt designed by a malicious god. It's a symphony of flailing around in hopes of finding something solid while avoiding finding I am. Self, family, church, government, they aren't separate things. They are the same behaviors reflecting one another at different scales. If you see a government bulldozing boundaries, look closer. You'll find a religion doing the same. Look closer still, and you'll see the unhealed family dynamic. Look one layer deeper at the individual holding those scars, treating them like the map. We keep trying to fix the world at the largest scale, but that's like trying to change the shape of a forest by shouting at the trees. To make a better world, you have to change the unit of measure. You have to heal the self. Healing the wounds sets you free and gives you the permission to see the real map. When you actually go within, when you move from the vacuum of needing to the torus of being, you'll find that your reflection has changed the entire fractal. You don't have to save the world. You just have to stop being a vacuum. The rest is just physics. Because the torus is different. A torus shape is the pattern of a tree, including its roots, the way it breathes with the environment, the roots pulling in from the earth and the canopy releasing to the sky. It's a constant circulation. It's the same pattern a magnetic field creates and the same electromagnetic field a healthy heart creates. It doesn't need to take because it's a self-sustaining loop of energy. It has an internal furnace. It isn't trying to win an argument or defend a story. In the torus, boundaries aren't walls. They are the mirrors of a kaleidoscope, creating the specific characters that allow love to be felt. People might think all is one sounds illogical, or that it means we all have to be the same. But the fractal shows us something better. A branch needs to be a branch, and a leaf needs to be a leaf. By allowing others to be their most authentic whole selves and protecting the boundary of your own I am, you aren't separating yourself from the whole. You are finally becoming the specific version of the whole you were born to be. Boundaries aren't what keep us apart. They are the geometry that make a relationship possible. Most of what we call faith or apologetics is actually just turbulent noise. It's a vacuum trying to convince other vacuums that they have a center by arguing about history. But the truth is simpler. Everything in your life, the beauty, the chaos, the pain, even this video, is just a signpost. The path isn't the event itself. The path is your choice to stop flailing in the noise and finally look within.
If you are stuck in the vacuum, trying to please an immature image, you're out of tune. To become radiant, you have to become tuned by passing through your own center and finding your wholeness. You have to look truth in the eye and claim your own existence. This is the literal hero's journey. That is the me Jesus is talking about. He wasn't the gatekeeper, he was the template. I used to be terrified of the silence because I thought the silence was where the chasm lived, the place that held the unacceptable. But now I know that the silence is just the space where the Torus breathes, and that everything belongs, and that tuning your instrument takes away the discord. You don't need a bridge to salvation. You don't need a mask. You just need to be brave enough to look at the I am that has been waiting for you all along. It'll be all right. Actually, it already is. The pattern you've just seen cannot be unseen. It is now part of your field. If you're ready to stop fighting the symptoms and start mastering the geometry of your own sovereignty, I invite you to join our collective. If you'd like some help getting started on your own internal journey, I've left a fractal calibration guide in the pinned comment below. It will also be stored in the video description. There's no email sign up, no data harvest. I'm not going to give you clutter. This information is already yours anyway. I'm just holding a mirror so you can look at it and use it to find the glitches in your own pattern and start cleaning your lens today. But please leave a like, an emoji wave, or comment here, present, or I am in the comments. Not for me, but to let us all see the tribe is gathering. It's time. Remember, the world doesn't change by force. It reorganizes around who you decide to be. I'll see you in the next transmission.